Hello, this is Miss Lumley. Welcome to the Radical Functions Test Review. So we're down to number 41 and we need to solve these equations. So what I'm going to do is, this is actually pretty easy because all I have to do here is square both sides of the equation to get rid of that radical. I don't have to do anything else. There's nothing special that I have to do to the equation right now. It's really already set up. So all I have to do now is, once I square it, it gets rid of the radical sign right there. So it's still 2y plus 3. Don't do anything with the inside, which some people end up doing and making a mistake, okay? So now what I'm going to do is 7 squared is 49, so don't forget to square that because that'll be another mistake. Sometimes people forget to do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides, and I get 2y equals 46. So if I divide by 2, which I'm going to divide by 2 over here, I get y equals 23. Okay, now if I go back and check this in the original equation, 2y, 2 times 23 is 46, 46 plus 3 is 49, and the square root of 49 is actually 7. So this answer works. Okay? Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the next equation, and that is where I square again. So I'm going to square both sides. So I'm going to square this so I can get rid of that radical, right? That means that the 10x minus 54 is left by itself. Well, here's the issue. I have to square this side as well. So that means that I actually have to square or multiply x minus 3, x minus 3. The problem with this is that we need to FOIL it, and so we can't forget we have to FOIL it or it won't be right. So I've got negative 3, that makes negative 6x, and then negative times a negative is a positive, and that equals 10x minus 54. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the 10x. I actually want to leave the x squared over here, so I'm going to subtract the 10x over here, and I'm going to add the 54 right here. Okay, so let's see what we have now. We have x squared minus 16x plus 63 equals 0. So now that I have this, I can factor it. Okay, so x minus 7, x minus 9, because 9 and 7 will make 63. If I do both of them are negative, they'll make a positive 63. But since they're both negative, they'll end up making a negative 16 in the middle. Now to solve for x minus 7, that's going to be x equals 7. And to solve for the x minus 9, it's going to be x equal 9. Okay, now let's check. So 9, if I plug 9 in, I got 9 minus 3 is 6. So let's see here. 90, if I put 90 right here, I've got 90 minus 54. 90 minus 54 should be 36, and the square root of 36 is actually 6. So guess what? 9 works. Let's try the 7 and make sure. So with the 7, I've got 7 minus 3 is 4. 70 minus 54. 70 minus 54 is 16. So guess what? The square root of 16 is 4. 7 works as well. If the left-hand side had become negative or something was weird where they didn't match or they weren't a true statement, that's when you would have one of them would probably be no solution. Okay? All right, let's see what we have next. Okay, let's do number 43. So with number 43, we're going to take this 4 right here, and we're going to multiply it on the other side because it is actually being divided. So if I take that 4, multiply it on the other side, I get x plus 8 to the 1/2 equals 12. Okay? Now I have to deal with the 1/2. If I multiply the exponent, in other words, I'm going to put an exponent on top of an exponent. Exponent on top of an exponent, I'm going to put 2, because 2 over 2 will just be 1. So basically, the x plus 8 would be by itself. Okay, now when I do this, I actually have to do the same thing to the other side, but I don't need to write 2 over 1. It's just 2. Okay, so 12 squared is 144. Okay, and then I have to subtract 8 on the other side. So if I subtract 8, I'm going to get x equals 136. That's actually pretty easy. The only thing that you need to do is remember that this 2 over 1 times the exponent right here, so that you can just get this x plus 8 by itself. So x equals 136. Okay, we're going to finish this up in just a little bit. If you have any questions, please let me know, and thank you for watching.